Here we go, guys. Well, just let me know if you can't hear it well enough.
Hey, everyone. Thank you
Hello.
for joining us.
Good evening.
Hello. It's been... What's wrong with the sound? What is wrong with the sound?
Uh-oh.
Do we sound okay?
Are y'all hearing sound issues?
Hopefully it sounds okay.
What does it sound like?
Tell us what it sounds like, please.
Tell us what you hear.
Sounds good. Okay, I saw somebody say sounds good. I'm just going to rely on that person. All right, sounds great. Excellent. Well, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us today. We have a really exciting show today. We're going to be previewing Update 32, even though Update 31 just happened. We literally just launched it last week on consoles. But
Let me see
we're
if this
just gonna
works.
go right into
Always
it.
going.
Always moving. It's like a speeding train that just doesn't slow down for anyone.
It's a little better, huh?
But now I'm getting into personal things here. All right, let's go over.
Don't open it.
I know.
Don't go on the soapbox.
Gonna just move it away. Not even gonna talk about it, but we are gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about today.
Oh, man.
Nope, not that one. This one. There we go. All right. So today's show, we're gonna start off with. I know we're a little rusty. All right, it's been a couple weeks since we've done a stream. All right. Sheesh. We're gonna start off with
a lot going on.
I know. Tell me about it. It's actually been more than a couple weeks, right? It's been since QuakeCon.
So. QuakeCon.
Whenever QuakeCon was the last time that we've done this. So, starting off with some ESO news and a few updates and just some things that we want to let you all know about that is coming in the immediate future, we would say. And
first look at Deadlands with the zone lead Tom Murphy.
Heck yeah.
And then we are going to get into previewing some of the new features coming with Update 32, joined by creative director Rich Lambert and our lead gameplay designer Rob Garrett. And
then we will have some special giveaways.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. We here
Courtesy.
can actually show you what they look like.
Ooh.
Yes. So we have some really cool stuff from Alienware. Thank you so much, by the way, chat. I see all the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. My birthday was yesterday. Jess's birthday is next week. So yeah, we have a nice little like community team birthday month here.
Birthday month.
Yeah.
Birthday week.
Yes, we're exactly a week apart. So it's always easy to remember Jess's birthday because I'm like, well, next week it's
Maybe
hers
this
when
will
it's
be better.
mine. So Alienware donated these really cool items for us to give away during the stream. We have a headset, a backpack, a hat, an extra large mouse pad to go along with that awesome mouse, and of course a keyboard.
Look at that, guys.
We'll be giving those away a little bit later in the stream. Actually, just
Some
got them
Alienware
delivered
stuff?
like a half an hour ago on my doorstep. So got them right here. In
Awesome.
a very
Awesome
large
as well.
box.
Yeah.
So we're going to do 2 of those, right? 2 giveaways?
We'll do 2 giveaways, yeah.
I see.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I saw
why-
someone say count-wide achievements. Crunchy.
Here we go.
I see you, Crunchy.
Yeah, we'll do 2 giveaways. We'll do the headset, the hat, and the backpack. And then later on in the stream, towards the end, we'll do the keyboard, the mouse, and then the mouse pad.
Yeah.
So anybody can win. Just hang out and chat, and we'll do some keywords for everybody to join in. And of course, Twitch drops. We have those active today, so just make sure to link your account. And all you have to do is watch 15 minutes, but we hope that you'll watch longer than 15 minutes and stick around with us because we have some cool stuff to show you today.
Ooh.
But first, let's get
we
into
can
some
get into-
news.
Yep.
Give us the
We
news.
have going on.
We'll make it quick.
We will, because we know everybody wants to check out Deadlands and all the stuff we have today. So we do have a PC incremental patch on Monday. It's mostly just some crash fixes. Oh, I forget what's in there. I'm getting them all.
I wonder if
mixed
they're
up
gonna
with
fix
other
the
stuff.
taunt
So
bug.
we'll just say keep an eye out on Monday. We'll be publishing the patch notes at
The
that
res
point.
delay.
Also going in with that patch is the Battleground queue changes. So we did put up some messaging about
Oh,
this.
that's right.
Earlier this week, I think.
Battlegrounds are deathmatch
So what we're
only
doing
now.
for a period of time, this is not a permanent change, it's just temporary, is making it
Massive.
so you can only queue for
Deathmatch.
thank you, deathmatch. I'm sitting here thinking like death mode, no, death something, and yes, deathmatch.
Deathmatch only, yeah.
It's Friday, y'all. So that is going to go into PC, Mac, and Stadia on Monday, and then Xbox One, Xbox Series S and S, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 on Wednesday. And also on Wednesday is a console incremental patch. So all the patches, all next week, Don't forget about those battleground queue changes, which again, this isn't a solution. This isn't a permanent thing. It's just something we're trying out because we've seen a lot of people saying like, hey, I only kind of want to do deathmatch. So we're going to give it a try, see how it goes, take in some feedback and data, and then when we have next steps, we'll let you know.
There it is. Deathmatch
and
only.
then we put up the Update 32 combat preview today. You can find that on the official forums in the combat category. We will talk a little bit more about it later in this stream with Rob, one of our guests, and potentially Rich too. They might both talk about it. Now also we have a number of activities going on around our Trivium partnership. One of them is the Axe of Oblivion sweepstakes.
Yes.
If you haven't signed up yet, you can enter by October 31st. We encourage you to do so. It's a really cool double neck God, I almost said axe. Guitar. It's kind of an axe guitar, isn't it? It's based on Mayron's Dagon's axe. And then we also have the ESO Rocks Out social campaign happening right now. And that is happening on the official ESO Twitter and Instagram account. We're doing activity prompts every 3 days. There's one going on right now where we're asking our players to put together their favorite heavy metal music playlists inspired by ESO and the Gates of Oblivion. Every 3 days, we randomly select a couple of winners, actually 3 winners, and they can choose from a selection of prizes. This is all detailed on the ESO website if you want to take a look. But we hope you'll participate.
Yeah, we've seen some really cool entries so far, like super creative, right?
I see.
It's been really good.
Yes.
Oops.
And we've got a few more prompts, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what everybody comes up with.
Someone didn't mute
fun.
their system
and
sounds.
We actually had Trivium share a playlist of their own yesterday, which was really fun to see. And then next up, we have our next stream is going to be the big Gates of Oblivion year-end stream. We previously announced that is happening on October 1st. That is still the case. And more info will be coming on that very soon. We are all working hard to prepare for it.
Just want to throw in that we are going to have other streams after this one. So this will not be our last stream of the year, but it's going to be sort of
a massive stream.
I don't want to say too much, so I'll just leave it at what it says on the screen. Year-end stream for Gates of Oblivion. That's it. Not going to say anything.
What is she saying? What are they saying? Are they trying to calm us down?
And then we it's always hard to juggle. Like, what have you said publicly? What have you not said? Like, even this, we went back and forth. Like, did we say it was October? So, like, it's hard to keep everything straight in our heads sometimes. We also added some new ESO stream team members recently. We put out a tweet about this earlier in the week. So please welcome these new streamers joining our team. And then we also have some stream team partners that have been with the stream team for a long time. We've leveraged them up to the partners here. So
good additions, great additions,
to give away and
great members of the community right there.
We hope you'll check them out. You can see kind of a full list of our streamers on our website. See chat.
Zero period.
Cheering on their favorite streamers. We have a lot of really good ones.
That is awesome.
Honestly. Yeah.
Congrats to everybody.
Yeah, it's been
lots of good ones.
It's been fun just trying to support some of the folks who support us so much. You know, it's the least we can do, right? So yeah, be sure and check them out. They're a good bunch. Last but not least,
indeed.
You know, we talked about how next week is all these patches and it's been super busy, and gosh, we can't keep straight what we're doing, and we just released this thing and now we're going to release something else. Well, we're all like brain mush right now because we're actually launching Update 32 on PTS on Monday.
Yes!
Yay! So we've been hard at work trying to get everything prepped and out the door. So we're really excited for everybody to be able to check out the Deadlands and everything that we talk about today on our test server on Monday. Even though we just launched the chapter. So
3 patches next week.
Yes, 3 patches. PTS, PC, and console. So we're really, really excited to have everybody
Monday
jump
chapter
in so soon and start giving some feedback.
I mean, Monday PTS?
But first,
before then,
we are going to show off a little bit of the Deadlands. We're not going to spoil anything. Just a little preview of what you can expect in the Deadlands. And joining us is our zone lead, Tom Murphy.
Give us the good stuff.
Hello, happy to be here.
Hi, thanks for joining us. So Tom
Lay it on us,
actually
Tom.
was on an ESO live years ago at this point, right?
Technically, yes, years ago.
It's been a while.
I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah.
I mean, we always joke about how time has no meaning anymore, but
True.
it just doesn't, right? So Tom, as a zone lead, what is your kind of responsibilities and what's your role with bringing the Deadlands to our community?
Sure. So what I do is kind of create the initial, like, define the setting and the initial stories for the zone. And to help me with that, I work basically shoulder to shoulder with our lead content designer, Jeremy Serra, our lead writer, Bill Salvasek, and our lore master, Lehman Tuttle, to really kind of see where the Elder Scrolls Online is going and, you know, areas of the Elder Scrolls universe that we want to expose to the players, and try to shape all of those various ideas into, like, one cohesive package, like a setting and the various stories that populate it and the adventures that players are going to partake in when they visit there.
And how it ties into the year-long story these days too, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, we have a handoff from our chapter, in this case Blackwood, right? We have a lot of super cool plot hooks that we want to knit together into a really climactic and satisfying end to the Gates of Oblivion storyline in the case of the Deadlands.
Gosh, you mentioned our lore master, Lehman Tuttle. If anyone follows him on Twitter, oh my gosh, please read the latest chain of tweets. It is just a sight to behold. It's been a whole conversation about, like, netch tentacles or something, right? And, like, why males have more than females,
you know what?
and, like, just
leave it at that and let people go discover it.
Go look. It's something. It'll brighten up.
Dying earlier today.
So being a lore master is having very strong opinions about netch tentacles.
Hey,
thank you, Cora.
If that's how he wants to spend his free time researching that, I'm all about it because it is very, very entertaining. I also want to caveat before we hop in and actually look at this live gameplay. We are still, well, many of us are still at home. We're pulling in a lot of different gameplay feeds and camera feeds and everything. And there's like a thunderstorm outside right now. So
I'm so jealous.
If things are a little hitchy or if things seem a little bit off, we are, as always, doing the best we can. We just really want to make sure that we can give you all a nice preview today. So bear with us.
We will be on internal servers.
Yes, that too. Tom, did you want to hop in game and show some of this off a little bit?
I would love to show this.
All right, let's see the new zone.
It is amazing. Every detail is so good. Right. So first stop, we're looking at a couple of different locations in the Deadlands
Looks
DLC.
Scary.
This is one of our 2 delves called the Brandfire Reformatory. And I'm going to give a shout out to Kitty Hughes, Nanny Walkhouse, Michael Otahay, and Brandon Rush, because they really knocked it out of the park with this piece of content. This delve is situated in the biome that I think most people think of when they are told that we're going to the Deadlands, right? It's this landscape that is fire and brimstone and huge Daedric fortresses and such. And we definitely wanted to take what fans loved about the Elder Scrolls Oblivion and bring it to the level of quality that ESO is famous for, right? So in our story, the Brandfire Reformatory is a Daedric fortress in the Deadlands that is given over to the Order of the Waking Flame, which is a cult of mortal petitioners to Mehrunes Dagon. People who have played the Blackwood chapter are probably very familiar with them. They also appeared in a bunch of the dungeons for the Gates of Oblivion storyline. But it's just, I mean, you know, you don't want to call it beautiful, but I love walking through this space.
Deadly beautiful.
The amazing details. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, look at this breathtaking tree with all of the bones. You could just
the bone
pluck
mobile.
them off.
Yep. A little chandelier of bones.
Exactly. So, I mean, this is the Order of the Waking Flame is a segue to, of course, the fact that the Deadlands DLC brings with it the climactic conclusion to our fight with Marin's Dagon, right? There's a big four-armed giant kind of looming over all the actions that players are going to take in this zone until they ultimately have to bring the fight to him and see if they can deliver Nirn, from his many-armed grasp. But yeah, sorry, these traps are
Escape,
there's
escape.
traps.
Oh yeah, can't walk too slowly, even though you want to take it all in, right?
Hey Tom, is that
and-
your cursor in the middle of the screen,
In
or
the
is
middle
it
of the screen.
mine? Does anybody see
So
that, or is
it's
it just me?
probably it might be mine. There's a click focus thing. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
okay.
see it in my
No,
view,
it's fine.
but it probably is showing up
Pretend-
on my capture.
Show us the
Pretend I didn't
sky.
even say
yeah.
it.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, show us the
Um,
sky. Looks creepy.
So anyway, we have just like these breathtaking spaces, and I hope Rich and Rob don't mind. I might steal a little bit of their thunder for something they're going to talk about later. But I just want to
let's do it.
showcase, so like that's a very familiar pillar of light you might see. But if you need a little help locating it, look at that. It's like a
Nice.
little,
So this is a new
Whoa!
feature going in
Map
with
pins
update
being-
32.
Map
where sky
pins
shards
being
will
baked in,
appear
guys.
on the map.
Oh man!
as well
Console,
as-
get ready!
What was it? On the map and
compass.
On the compass.
in the compass.
Yep.
Right.
Look at that.
So when you're in
Hey,
the delve,
console.
these will
My
appear
console brothers.
on the map for the delve, but if you're in the overland, they'll actually appear on the map for the delve to show you that there's one inside too, right?
Exactly right. So you all,
awesome.
if you've played Elder Scrolls
Hey.
before, you know, of course, that every delve has a sky shard in it. But you
Gonna
can
do that for
get
lore books?
a
Good question.
little
They should.
preview of the hint for the particular sky shard if you mouse over the delve on the world map, or the zone map, I should say. And then
About time, yeah.
like a POI, and again, apologies for
massive,
Rob
man.
for
That's
stealing their
massive.
thunder a bit. This is like something that you discover if you get close to it. It shows up on your map, but it's not like it's always there. It's based on your proximity, so you have to get kind of close to it in order for it to start appearing in the UI.
And just to answer a couple questions
Okay.
I see popping up in chat, this is for PC and for consoles. So I know console players, we're kind of like tentatively excited, like us too, I hope. So yes, it does include all platforms, and it does include all zones. This is not new just to the Deadlands. It'll go across every zone.
So when you're close,
Very
when you're
exciting.
close,
Yeah, all the quality
it
of life
shows up.
features we're going to be talking
If you're
about
not close
today
to it, it won't be on your map.
for everybody.
Yes.
Our
Pretty cool.
exteriors are awesome in the Deadlands, but I love
It'd
our
be cool if
interiors
it did that
too.
with
This
lore
is,
books, too.
of
They're the
course,
especially
a
hard ones
Daedric
to find.
keep, so I would be remiss if we didn't take a little poke around inside, because the Daedra are masters of interior decoration, of course.
Yeah, it looks
Man,
really
isn't
good.
this like so cool?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Players are going to come here, obviously, on various quests, and there's a lot of lore and history
I
to the
love the
Waking
little
Flame cult and
lights on
their
the sides.
activities in the Deadlands,
Feels like
built
Doom.
both into the lore of this
Inside looks
space
good.
via readables and books and stuff, but also just in the environment. The idea of this particular location, it's the Reformatory. It's a place
ESO
where
Institute.
the Waking Flame brings members of its order
so
who
cool.
are deemed sort of lacking in faith, right? They are doubters or people who have tried to defect, and the cult does not view them too highly, and so it will take whatever means necessary to try and rehabilitate them, as it were. But even the most fervent believers of Marin's Dagon as mortals pale in comparison to Marin's Dagon's Daedric supporters. So you can see this awesome scene. The headmaster of the Reformatory is killed by Kinreeve here, who is just I love his armor. It's
Any
so
doubters?
cool. Like these are a type of enemy that are new to the DLC, and I don't want to give too much away. Obviously, it's so hard not to just gush about everything that we have to show, but I'm really excited for players to get a chance to explore these spaces and fight through it and play the stories, because they're just, we did so much great work for this zone,
Will we
and
get a
I think
chance-
that it's going to be amazing to play through.
Prediction up.
That's awesome.
Prediction
Yeah,
up.
the fact that this is just a delve, like there's a whole zone to explore too.
Yes.
Tom, do you think we could go into
Prediction
third
up.
person for the next one? And then we
Yes,
could
I'm
zoom
sorry.
into first. That's okay. That's okay. I'm just really sensitive to it. And then we could go into first person if you want to look at something very specific.
I totally get it. Sorry. I just
All
love
good.
getting up close and personal with all the details.
No, guys.
Totally
but I
get it.
did
It's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
The
And while
Another
this
place
is
to show. Yeah.
I was going to say, while
Sorry,
the
go
next
ahead.
one is loading, I do just want to kind of remind everybody that we are pulling in this gameplay from another location on an internal server, and we're still streaming from home. So that's why it might look a little bit choppy on stream, and it's thunderstorming outside. So all of these things together kind of creates a less than ideal
slideshow.
I guess, streaming experience, but we are doing the best we can. But just, keep in mind that it will run a lot smoother.
For stuff like this, what they need to start doing, pre-record it.
On Monday on the
Pre-record
test
it in
server if you
4K.
are so inclined.
Pre-record it
You can hop in
in
and
at
check it
least
out.
HD,
And
and then just have her play
I
it
want to
while they
remind
talk.
everybody that probably after Tom is done doing his
So it's
preview,
crisp, you know?
we are going to be doing
Smooth.
this giveaway for some Alienware goods. We are
'Cause
going
this
to
is the
start off
second time.
with probably the headset, the backpack, and the hat. We will give these away. So hang tight. If you're really excited to win some Alienware stuff, we are going to be doing it very soon.
Can't win
and then
achievements.
towards the end of the stream, we'll give away the other items. So we hope that you'll stick around because they are pretty cool.
I would accept any one of those things, actually.
Sorry,
great.
there's just too much good stuff, and the
that's
tiny
okay.
tube that we use to deliver it from our servers to your PCs. Such a tiny tube.
That's all good.
You know, one of the really cool things, and I don't want to spoil too much, but maybe we'll just kind of touch on it for a second. One of the really cool things going into the zone are these things called wandering executioners. And they're like,
yes.
They're essentially like wandering world bosses, but harder, I think, right?
That's right. They are, yes. So they're like a World Boss Plus, I would say. And we just wanted to create this, the idea that the Deadlands is inhospitable and a trial to not only reach, but also to subsist in, right? So we had this idea that, like, if you stay in one place too long, you risk running afoul of these Havoc Crawl executioners, these giant imposing monsters that take no prisoners, right? They will execute anybody that they deem to be lacking
Prediction up.
in Mehrunes Dagon's realm,
Yeah.
because he's the
Place
prince
your
of
bets.
change and revolution. He wants to challenge and basically only the strong survive is sort of the idea that we thought of. In addition to our classic world bosses, which we have two, that players can go out and challenge if they seek to. These guys bring like a new sense of threat to exploring
I love
the
that.
zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It gives a
it's-
sense of danger to the whole zone. How can you tell the difference between them? Is it just that they tend to roam versus the world bosses tend to stay in one place?
Yes. So, I mean,
Okay.
in our sort of classic world boss design, right? Like there's a fixed arena, there's map reinforcement via the UI, and they'll just always be in that spot. You can go there and the spawner will be up, the boss will be available for you to face down. And then these guys, they're constantly on a patrol basically around the zone. There's a bunch of different possible
Right.
routes they can take.
I love
There's
that.
several of them as well. Right. And so they could easily sneak
Yeah,
up
they
on
need
you.
to-
Like, you're on the main quest and you want to pause to like check out your bag or something. Like, just be aware that there
Yeah,
might be
watch
a
your
Havercrawl
back.
executioner. Yeah.
Can you hear them?
Deadlands-
Can you hear them coming?
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
we also wanted to make sure that, like, if you do have
Oh, no.
to step away from the keyboard or
Oh,
something,
no.
you're not just going to get ganked. So there's a balancing act, but we wanted to create a
She
little
needs
sense
to
of
mute her
dread,
system
right?
sounds.
Like,
Yeah.
it's called the
Something
Deadlands,
every
it's not
streamer
called
has to
the
do.
Happy Good Time Funlands.
Yeah.
No,
All right,
that's
so
100%
we,
right.
oh my gosh, why? So, gonna go off topic for a second.
Sound
My
setting, system
notifications
sounds,
keep
turn
popping
off.
up, even though I muted it. And Outlook has been doing this thing all day, where like, even though I see the emails and they're in my inbox and they've been there for a while, Outlook decides I'm just gonna notify you of all these emails that came in the past hour, and it just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And I don't know how
Yeah.
to make it stop. It's been doing it all day. So,
No.
and I don't want to close. Well, you know what? I'm just going to close it. I'm that person that like, I'll start typing an email and then go to something else, and I just have it sitting in my
Drafts.
thing
It's
unsent,
okay.
So it's okay. So anyway,
There
if
you-
anyone was like, oh, somebody's notifications, it's me. Guilty.
Yeah.
Sorry.
At least it wasn't
It's
the
a
system
me.
sounds.
It's a me.
Um,
There it is again. I'm just gonna close this.
I'm gonna use a classic Tom Murphy lack of segue to just start talking,
Do it.
if that's okay.
Please do.
Yeah, let's go.
So
Let's go.
This is
we
another
had
delve?
volcanic
Or is this one?
Deadlands. We've seen from the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. That's obviously a classic biome, but we weren't satisfied with just sort of revisiting the memories of old Elder Scrolls games. We wanted to contribute something new to the lore, and so we decided that Maren Stegon, he's not the Daedric Prince of Lava, right? He's the Daedric Prince of Destruction, and destruction takes like so many different forms. There's so many different natural disasters that we could use to create a landscape that really embodies the core ideals of this Daedric Prince. And we talked back and forth about how we can provide like visual variety and cool like identity to the various places that players can go in the zone, and we came up with a different biome that we call the Sever, which is informed by like torrential storms and shearing winds and a very different kind of destruction and disaster than a volcanic eruption or a magma lake. And so that's sort of what we're seeing here. And in addition to that, we're also seeing our main friendly settlement in the Deadlands, which we call Wretched Spire, which you can see this sort of point of interest in the distance, this listing.
Arwen, how dare you?
Dunmer-style spire. There's a lot of lore here,
How
and
dare you.
I would love to expound upon it, but I will not, because I want players to discover as much of this place as they can on their own.
That's awesome.
We at ZOS thought long and hard about how we could, there's a lot of gameplay advantages to having a friendly place for players to go in the Deadlands so that they could
My own
trade
mods.
and meet up and not have to worry about, for example, Havoc or
Wait, a lore?
Executioners don't come here. But like, how does that make
Thank
sense
you,
in the
Crunchy.
lore? And I worked a lot with various members of the team to kind of help justify this place's existence, and it's one of the coolest locations
Serotonin?
in the zone by far. And I'll give a quick shout out
You
to
too?
the people that helped make this happen. It's Jesse Smith, Patrick Corsi, Steph Newland, Charlie Shenton, and Steve Pollock. And it takes a village sometimes to make a place really sing, but they did a great job. So like, even though this is a friendly place in the Deadlands, like you can see like nobody is having fun living here. Like it's all ramshackle. It's barely held together, but they've managed to eke out a subsistence in the shadow of this wretched spire. Hey, that's the name of the space. And you also see like the storms here are slightly calmer, but it's still like a terrible place to be. There's these massive spires always looming overhead. We have a combination of mortals and Daedra. These are cultists who did manage to escape. These are slave workers that managed to get out of Dagon's camps. And you have Daedra who, for one reason or another, have dared oppose the Daedric Prince of Destruction. And, there's not a lot of places that you can find a safe harbor in the Deadlands. Wretched Spire is certainly one of the few, if not the only. Players will come through here multiple times on the main story. There's, of course, a big quest that goes into the specifics of the relationships in this town. With any place on the brink of disaster, like the settlement of the Deadlands would be, Wretched Spire has tension in the air that you could cut with a knife, right? And I think players are going to have a lot of fun getting in the middle of that. I'm just going to go showcase, Wretched Spire has a friendly side. It has a less friendly side as well, a district we call the Flea Pits. And players will have to dive through here as well. It gives us a great sense of more of the hallmarks of this new environment that we created in the Deadlands, the Sever.
Stalker,
And,
thank you, man. Thank
people
you.
come to Wretched Spire for safety. They don't always
Appreciate
get
it.
along with others, and those ne'er-do-wells end up here in the Flea Pits. So,
Tom,
go into first
before
person
you
for a quick sec.
before you hop
Sorry.
too deep into the flea pits, which
Yeah.
honestly I don't know anybody that's going to be hanging out there. But regardless, I wanted to start our first Alienware giveaway because we do want to make sure that we get through everything today. So if anybody wants to enter to win some of the Alienware items that we have today, we're going to keep the keyword nice and easy. It's just Alienware. All one word. No exclamation points or anything. It's just Alienware. So
Yeah.
while there we go. We got entries now. While Tom continues through, you can go ahead and enter into the first giveaway. And when Tom is finished,
The zone looks cool.
we will draw a winner. So Tom,
You
I'm
know,
so sorry
you're
for
gonna have to
interrupting.
tell
I
me-
just
FPS aside.
I was just saying, you'll have to tell me when to
FPS
stop
aside.
because
Zone looks
if
great.
you let me, I'll show off this whole zone. It's just so amazing to walk through.
Has a unique
So is
vibe
this a
to it.
delve?
This
like
is
that you
not.
Get to
So-
oh, this is not. Okay.
Like that looks cool.
This is so Wretched Spire.
Reminds me of Fallout.
Has
This
its own
reminds me of
quest
Fallout.
line, and players
Like in
will
the
come
crater.
through the flea pits. When
Remember
they're,
that
sort of there's a bunch
base?
of quests. It's a village, right? So there's a lot of people that need things that hole up in Wretched
we
Spire,
got
and
Doom and
sometimes they need
Fallout.
things on the wrong side of the tracks, which is where we are for sure. So, it's not quite a delve; it's a story location, but there's, I would say, stories
that's cool.
location. Yeah.
Make
One
it-
thing we
yeah, make it
definitely
sound-
wanted to do
Yeah.
with the designs of our spaces was try to make, it's not just like we're not doing this because it's a delve, right? We're doing this space because it's a fun place to go and people have need of things there.
JG.
And it's not just like, oh, I did the delve quest, I'm done. Like, nope. Brandfire Reformatory, the flea pits, like these are key locations, and we built them because we want players to adventure here, and maybe not just for one story, and that's all they're going to see, right?
Yeah.
And come back multiple times or help out things in different sides and stuff like that.
So this is technically like Cold Harbor in that it is a part of Oblivion, right?
This is part of the Deadlands. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Cold Harbor is the domain of Milog Ball, and
Yeah,
the Deadlands
yeah.
is the domain of Marin's Dagon.
Right, right. I love how different the cities look, even though they're sort of both like Daedric Prince realms. They have a very different look and feel. The cities themselves, it's really
Right.
cool.
So, like, a key thing, Marin's Dagon, like I said, Prince of Destruction, but also Change and Revolution. The idea that his domain is dynamic. Like, there's lightning crackling, there's magma spewing.
Yeah.
Molag Bal is like despair and dread, and it's very still. It's almost like a tomb, right? Like you can
Bit
just
something to
feel
death?
this
Good idea.
foreboding sense when you walk around. Both, frankly, because
What if he unhid his bars?
you're not
right?
gonna have a good day in either
He
one.
unhides the
Here,
UI.
You better,
All
you
of
better
a
keep
sudden, we
moving. You
see
better watch
brand
your
new
step, because
abilities,
any
and he
minute,
starts
like,
doing
either
monk
a monster's gonna
combos.
show up, or a plant is going to ensnare you, or lightning's going to strike you.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure that the philosophy of the man in charge,
Yes.
the Daedra in charge.
I mean, it's not gonna happen,
here
but
every
dude, that
waking
would be
moment.
so badass, right? And that's how you unveil a class, right?
That's the flea pits. Somebody stop me.
there. Argonians
Awesome.
elsewhere. Or Bard, sure,
Somebody
whatever.
Stop me. All right. So I saw somebody in chat asking, like, why is everyone typing
There's only
Alienware?
Meg.
What about the Alienware? But we're also doing a giveaway for some Alienware items. So we are going to draw a winner very soon. So if you would like a chance to enter in, get it in now because we're about to press that button.
What if map pins was the Q4 update?
2, 1, no.
All right. 3, 2, 1. I picked a winner.
Who is it?
I'm going to lock it.
It's me.
There we go.
It's me.
Who is it?
Winner is
Lucky Ghost.
Lucky
Ghost.
Sazakala.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I love Sazakala.
I love Sazakala too. So they just won a Alienware headset, a backpack, and what was the other thing? A hat. So we will contact you.
yeah.
Honestly,
Rigged.
at this point, probably Monday,
Rigged.
and get your information. I'm trying to be realistic here.
yeah.
And we will do another Alienware
Pretty close.
giveaway a little
Yeah.
bit later in the stream.
We almost had it, guys.
But for
We
now,
almost had it. This close.
I think we are going to say goodbye to Tom. Thank you so much for
And
Bye,
thank you.
Tom.
sharing your time
was-
with us
Nice
today.
job.
Yeah.
Good work,
An
Tom.
immense pleasure. I am so
Looks amazing.
pumped for players to be able to check out the Deadlands.
Looks amazing.
Monday, right?
Yep.
It's coming
Yeah,
up.
yeah, on the PTS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
this
job,
was really, really
Tom.
cool. I can't wait too. This was such a nice little peek at some of the areas that players can visit.
Best slideshow I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Yeah, again, this
Definitely
was
Yeah.
only a piece of it. There's
So
a
cool.
whole lot more that you're going to be able to check out. So,
Mm.
Tom, thank you again. We're lucky to have you today.
It's always a pleasure. Have a
Hey,
good
have a
one.
Good weekend.
So you know what we're going to do is
Looks
I don't
good.
have like a fancy transition to go from here to the next one. So we're just going to say bye to Tom
Just
and then
do
we're
it.
going to say hello to Rich and Rob just like this.
Boom.
And there they are.
That was fancy. What are you talking
Hi,
about?
guys.
That worked well.
Hello.
Oh, I was
It's
trying
magic.
I was trying really hard to find like some sort of fancy like I don't know, 5-second look at this cool thing or whatever, but it just didn't work out and we ran out of time. So this was fine.
It was perfect.
Doing it live.
Thank you. Doing it live.
Doing it
exactly. That's how
live.
we do here. So for anybody who may
Hi,
not
guys.
know, Rich and Rob, they have been on our streams before. Rich is our creative director for ESO, and Rob is our lead gameplay designer. So, Rob, as a lead gameplay
Rich has been
designer,
upgrading his setup,
what are all the teams that you kind of help oversee for ESO?
So yeah, I mean I'm fortunate to have a role where I'm overseeing our gameplay design teams, which includes combat design, systems design, user interface, and monetization design. I also help organize some of our product teams where we actually have. I mean, nothing's made by just designers, right? Like it's very much a team effort. We have engineers and artists and producers and audio folks.
What do you mean Slash Lurk isn't in here? Wanna tag him?
I also help with organizing some of those teams so that we can actually deliver awesome things to you, the ESO fan.
Thank you. That was very nice. All right, so should we, well, how about this? Before we dive into some of the new features coming with Update 32, let's touch on the combat preview, because that is something, as Jess said, that we published earlier today. Rob, did you want to give just kind of an overview of a lot of the combat changes?
Yeah,
that
let's
are going
hear it.
on?
Sure, we'll do like a high level overview. We're not going to go into super deep details at this point. As you mentioned, there is a preview. It's up on the forums right now. You can go look at it. But I'll summarize some of the big beats here.
Come on.
First off, there's the combat team had two primary goals that they were attacking. This isn't the only thing that they're doing, but
Make
the two
Sam
sort of
good
big
again.
ticket items was actually they're continuations of work we've been doing in previous patches.
Oh, yeah?
The first one is continuing to try to balance
Mag and Sam.
proc sets
Oh.
and make them more healthy for the game in both PvE and PvP.
Okay.
And then stat hybridization. And what we mean by that is
Stammer.
the game for a long time has highly encouraged players, especially as you get deeper into the game, to focus entirely on a magicka build or a stamina build. Tanks are a little bit of an exception there, but if you're doing DPS or healing, you tend to be like, no, just do one. What we've been trying to do is make some changes that afford a little bit, open things up a little bit so that players can have a little more freedom of choice in what they're putting on their bars and what type of sets they're using and that type of thing. So with proc sets, what we're doing is most of the changes are designed to reduce the potential for burst combos that result from the scenario where multiple sets with a similar effect will all trigger simultaneously, right? Like you set up a bunch of sets, a bunch of procs go off at once, it creates this really big effect that isn't always healthy for the game. So there's going to be... Yeah, the wombo combos.
The wombos.
For sure. So there's going to be a cooldown in place that prevents these certain effects that are very similar from happening simultaneously. It's not a long cooldown, but there's a lot of details on this. It's not something I'm going to explain in full right now. In fact, our combat preview doesn't even explain it in full. What we're focusing on right now is talking about like the goals and the overall strategy for this. You'll see all the details of the changes and all the different sets that would be affected by this and such when we get to patch note time, which, as you've already said, is Monday. So we're very close.
Yes.
Additionally, more changes that we're doing here related to the balance is instituting a hard cap on critical damage and healing. So this doesn't affect crit chance, it only affects critical damage and healing, but there will be a hard cap there. And what we're trying to do is create an incentive for players to invest their stats and points into other stats and not just crit, because it's tends to be very effective right now in a way that, again, isn't always healthy for the game. However, we are going to also combine with this, we're sort of reverting a change that we did before, which is proc sets that scale with weapon damage, spell damage, magicka, and stamina. A while back, we removed the ability for those sets to critical strike. We are re-enabling that alongside of these other changes. And so that's mostly what we're doing for the item sets. Again, the combat preview won't actually even cover all of the things that we're doing. It's more of just here's the big beats. On the hybridization side of things, this is a pretty significant change, and I know there's going to be a bunch of theory crafters who start crunching on this and thinking about the implications of it. But all item sets that grant stats,
we want everyone to
now grant hybrid stats. So an example of this would be if an existing set would give you weapon damage, that same set now will also give you spell damage. You don't have to do anything. This is just going to work like the way it... Oh, wow, I said the phrase.
Oh, you did it!
I
heard it.
I totally did it. Oh, man.
Yes.
Okay.
I know. I wanted to say it, and I'm like, I'll just let it go, but then I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
No, work.
Yeah. So yes.
Well, it's automatic, right?
Yes, the sets will be updated to do this. So we know these are big changes, and people are going to have lots of questions, and the theory crafting is going to be exploding and stuff. Take a breath. Try it out on PTS. See what you come up with. So again, check out the combat preview if you want to get a little bit more detail on what we're trying to accomplish. Again, it is not exhaustive. It doesn't go over all the changes. It's just the big beats. And then Monday, you can look at the patch notes and then play it. Hop in and check it out and test it out.
Yeah, please try it out. Awesome. Thank you, Rob. So Gina and I are going to go over some additional quality of life features that are coming with update 32 for all platforms.
Here we go.
When it goes live, and it will be on the PTS. We're going to run through a few of them real quick, and then we'll spend more time on a few at the end with Rob and Rich.
Yes.
So first off, we already mentioned, and for anybody who didn't come in when we mentioned it, Sky Shard icons are now going to appear on your map.
We saw that.
And on your compass when you get close to them. That is for all platforms. We're really excited about it. If there's one in a delve, you'll see it on where the delve is on your overland map. And then when you go into the delve, it'll show up on the delve map too. So it's really nice feature.
Just a little clarification on that also is that they effectively work like POIs. So when you wander within close enough distance of it, it'll appear on your map. There is something where it works a little differently though, is that by default, once you have collected a Sky Shard, it will disappear from your map.
Oh, that's nice.
There is a filter in the maps that will that you can turn this on and off, but by default, they'll show up if you haven't collected them, but you've discovered them, and then once you collect them, they disappear. The other part of this is that they're now part of Zone Guide.
Yeah.
So
that's nice.
As many of you know, the Zone Guide will point you to various things. There's a button that will point you to various things in the zone so you can complete all the content. Once you have completed everything else in the zone, if there are any Sky Shards you haven't found and you click that button on the Zone Guide, it will directly point you to the next Sky Shard until you collect them all.
That's cool.
Awesome. And we are also adding dark anchors and incursions, all the dark anchor type content to the map as well. Are they going to work the same way as that, Rob?
That's
kind of.
nice.
I mean, so if anyone's wondering, incursions is the term we use that describe all of the world events, regardless of where they are, like dolmens, geysers, Harrow storms.
Which dark anchor is active?
What this does is it allows the player to actually see which ones currently are active on the map.
Bingo! Nice. Nice.
So dragons already did that.
Like dragons, just like dragons. So we took
dragons did it. Harrow storms do it. Now dark anchors do it too.
So nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's big.
And then
it's big. I like
guild vendor and actually all system mails, but we know guild vendor mails are usually the main one. The team has updated those so that they are nearly instant. So you'll get them a lot quicker. You don't have to zone anymore.
Yep.
Rob, did you have anything else you wanted to add to that?
That's it. That's the main beat. Is that you don't have to wait once you buy something off that guild trader. You don't have to like, oh, I need to zone in order to get it. No, it'll just appear.
It'll just
More
work.
instant
They
gratification.
didn't say what the cap is. Yeah.
Something else that's kind of cool is we have some changes coming to combat music. We're kind of making some additional options here. So you'll be able to choose if you want to hear all combat music, if you only want to hear boss combat music, or no combat music at all. You know, it's just a nice little way to let you kind of pick and choose the things that you want to hear when
That's
you're
cool.
in combat.
That's nice.
Have a lot of people always asking about mythic items. We do have 3 new mythic items that you'll be able to get. These are found through antiquities, so just remember you do need Greymore in order to access this. But we will be outlining what these are and what they do in Monday's patch notes, so we're not going to get too deep into that today.
What?
And we have something else that I think Rich kind of like started to spill the beans on this a little bit.
Right.
Maybe like a week or 2 ago or something, and we all wanted to just smack him for it. But do you actually want to speak?
I can. So yeah, like I guess it was a couple of weeks now. I might have let slip something about item set collections, and there's something coming with that. And so Rob, if you could just kind of show the screen.
What's happening with item sets?
What we have now.
What are they doing?
Is a summary screen for item set collections, which is really cool.
Nice.
Shows you progress.
Nice.
I'm pretty stoked about this. You can actually click on the individual categories.
Oh, that's cool.
And away you go.
That's cool.
Takes you right to them.
Completionists
so that is the
rejoice.
thing I was super excited about.
Completionists rejoice.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And Rob has them all
cool.
collected and
I have them all. Yeah, sorry.
Now
so
I
this
have-
is again,
now I have to go
internal
collect them.
servers. I'm on a special character template here where it just gave me all the
Now I have to go collect them.
Yes. This is what it looks like when you've done all the things.
Man, that felt good.
Oh, that's cool.
There's more coming, but we're going to go into other stuff first. So don't worry, chat. There's a lot more coming. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, and here.
That looks like it would pair really nicely with account-wide
Just to prove-
achievements, you know?
Yes, this works on console as
Account-wide
well.
item set collections.
That looks nice. Very cool.
Come on, accidentally
But yeah,
show
that was the
account-wide
thing I almost
achievements.
leaked.
Accidentally show
Thank you for only sort of leaking, but not really. Rich. Can't take that guy anywhere.
All right. What's
But in all
next?
seriousness, though, like we have some other really cool things coming.
Mhm.
Yes.
One of them involves some pretty cool rendering tech that is going to be coming up, and that is DLSS. So for those that don't know what DLSS is, this is some really cool tech by NVIDIA. It's called Deep Learning Super Sampling.
Deep learning
And
super
basically
sampling.
what it is for any RTX Generation 2 or 3 series that has the capabilities to run this, you'll be able to go into your video settings in anti-aliasing and choose DLSS. When you do that, you can also toggle between quality balance and perf. And what that does is allows the game to run at a lower resolution, and the graphics card will up-res everything. It's a pretty big performance improvement, especially
Really?
playing at high resolutions like 4K. And it's cleaner, it's crisper, and it's just really, really crazy tech.
Yeah.
So we're really excited to be able to do that.
Interesting.
And while we were
I'll have to try
working
that
on
out.
that tech, we also
Just
were
deal with-
working with NVIDIA on some new tech that we
Account-wide
are going to be
achievements?
the first game that's ever done this before. This is debuting their cool new tech, and it's called
What?
Oh, wow.
DLAA.
What is this?
And basically what that is
Anti-aliasing?
deep learning anti-aliasing, where it's the same kind of concept. You won't get a performance boost out of this, but what you get is just absolutely incredible anti-aliasing with this. It's unbelievable. And for those that don't know what aliasing is or anti-aliasing is, it's basically those jaggies you see on a lot of the images on the straight lines and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
That's just an artifact of converting images from super high resolution to lower resolution. Your video card has to work really hard to smooth out all those lines and edges. And so this new tech that NVIDIA came up with just is unbelievable. Like it's crazy how good it is.
Mhm.
So two new really cool pieces of tech.
Nice.
And these are just NVIDIA cards, you said, right?
Just NVIDIA cards. Yeah, you need the
Okay.
RTX 2000 or RTX 3000 series cards in order to take advantage of it.
Okay.
And again, this will all be on PTS if everyone wants to try it out. If you have the applicable cards that you can use, you'll find these in the video settings and you can enable them in there. We would love to hear some feedback on how everything works and what you think of it.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to the next thing? Because I'm
We
pretty
count
excited
achievements?
about
Yes.
this
Yes,
next
please.
one.
What's the next one?
I have a
yeah.
feeling that other people are going to probably be even more excited than I am. So,
Yeah.
Rich,
so
is this something you
this
want
is-
to talk about?
this is the thing that I almost leaked.
Wait, we've got a
And-
thing that you leaked and thing that you almost leaked?
Yeah.
Rich.
And so this
Rich.
is,
Come
when
on.
you're talking on stream, it's hard to, I'll do better, I promise. So basically, what this new technology does for us is helps ease the pain of acquiring item sets. So, my
The
personal
RNG
story,
pain.
the RNG pain, my personal story of chasing that sharpened, Inferno staff in
Yep.
VMA. I did well over 500 runs. I actually didn't get it until 2 days after we put retrading in the game.
Ah.
There's,
Nice.
Transmute has helped with that. The item set collection system has helped with that. But you're still kind of at the mercy of RNG, Hello,
Mhm.
Medusa Inferno staff, right?
Yep.
Everybody's chasing that right now. It's painful. So we wanted to improve that. And we wanted to, reduce that kind of pain of, oh, this is another failed run. I got a duplicate thing of whatever I did, so on and so forth.
What are you doing?
And so I
What are you doing?
know everybody in chat, because I can see right now, everybody in chat is going, oh my God, tokens. It's actually not tokens. It's not a token system.
Transmutes.
What we're going to do is we're leveraging the sticker book or item set collections.
Mm-hmm.
Use that to help curate the RNG for these item sets.
There you go.
So basically what that means,
If you already
is
have it,
when
you're
you
less
kill
likely
a
to get
boss
it.
that drops a particular item in an item set.
I said this.
Tech is going to look at your sticker book.
I said this.
and we'll
Dude,
pick
weighted
from
RNG.
something that you don't have.
Yes.
So as an example of this,
Yes.
I go into Ark's Cranium.
Oh,
I'm, missing that
I've been
Inferno
saying
staff
this.
of Medusa. I'm, also missing, a
Poggers.
Resto staff of Lamia Song, I think is the other item set in there.
Hey.
And there's one other. When you kill the
It
boss,
doesn't
that
even
next
matter at
time-
this
There's
point. Chat's
hope.
just so excited.
There's
Say
hope.
anything at this point.
when you kill a boss, that next time, it's only going to roll on those two items.
That's awesome.
So you're progressing through, you're guaranteed after a certain number, there's a maximum cap that you would have to run that dungeon in order to get the piece you want. the thing
There
you want.
we go.
That's awesome. So you're
Um,
effectively guaranteed not to get a duplicate.
There we go.
Is that right?
Yeah. So yes. But there's some caveats in there, a couple of notes on this,
Mhm.
right? So once you get everything in the sticker book, it reverts back to how it
Random.
works right now. It's totally RNG.
Mhm.
We're
Okay.
also not changing the sourcing of sets. So bosses that only dropped boots and belts and gauntlets for whatever will still only drop those. So you can't
That
just
makes
farm the
sense.
first boss over and over and over
Yes.
Yeah.
to get everything you want, because I know players will do that. You'll still have to go, if you want the weapons from Ark's Cranium, you have to go and kill the final boss in Ark's Cranium. But
Mhm.
it's a huge improvement in the overall kind of quality of life for players.
Yes.
The things
That's
that I want to
awesome.
call out that are curated.
Mhm.
So, dungeon bosses, arenas, trial boss drops, the bosses, the end of round chests, those kinds of things are curated. Overland set drops and incursions. So those I was gonna say events, but events isn't the right thing.
that's
So dark anchors
amazing.
and things like that.
That's
those
a good idea.
places where you go to get
That's a good
particular
idea.
item, those will be curated. Monster mask drops from bosses will also be curated. The non-curated things, because we still want some RNG in the system. So regular treasure chests, those will still be random. Base pop will still be random. So base pop drops or has a chance to drop everything.
Mm.
So rather than fishing for drops through base pop, you're not going to do that. And purchased containers aren't going to have that. So monster shoulder, chests,
Hey, Afro, I can
bags,
sing you,
Cyrano
man.
bags, set boxes, and IC.
Hey.
it's something that I am ridiculously excited about.
Oh
I
my
am
God,
definitely the person that has to collect them all, so to
I'm
speak.
finally gonna have all the
And
things.
this is going to make my life a lot
Finally.
easier. And so
Oh,
yeah,
the
I'm
VMA
super excited
staff.
about this. This is
Now that
probably one
Finally.
of the biggest quality life improvements for me that we have done in a long,
Sweet
long
baby
time.
Jesus.
That's amazing.
so you'll be able to fill up those bars we just showed you a lot faster.
That's right.
There you
A lot faster.
Yeah. It's kind of nice
It's gonna be
knowing
the
that you have, like,
Zogvin
you kind of see the
Mall.
light at the end of the tunnel. You're
The
like, okay, I know
Zogvin
that
Mall.
there's, I know how many times I have to do this to get what I want, and I know what the max is.
So you're telling me
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
that
chance.
incremental
Yep.
progress, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
So it's, well, crap, I didn't get it now, but my chances are better next time I do it. And next time and next time
Oh,
and next time. Right?
yes.
Every time
Let's
is working
go.
you toward. Yeah,
Yep.
that's great.
Oh, this is good.
Exciting.
This is good. I like
All
this.
right. Well,
Oh, it's
that
gonna be
wraps
so
up
much
today's
more
stream.
satisfying.
no, there's
Yeah,
one. There's
No!
one more. There's
It's
one
gonna
more
be so
thing.
much more
There's
satisfying to
one more
run
thing we wanna
trials.
talk
You're gonna
about.
get stuff you don't have all the time.
I don't really
Dungeons,
know
same
how
thing.
to introduce
So-
this, so I guess
oh.
maybe I'll just hop over
Oh, it's
and
gonna feel so good to run things
show
for a
Rob
long
stream, I
time.
guess, right?
Like
Sure.
anything,
Yep.
just pick one
Sure.
thing.
How about that?
Ready, set, go, Rob.
Ready,
Well,
set,
let me
go!
here before I show anything.
Look,
we don't. No. You can leave it on there. I want to talk a little bit about what we're trying to do here with
Sure.
this. I'm super excited about this, by the way. This is a thing we've been working towards for a while. The
Indeed.
team
Years.
has been pounding away at this, and it's
finally here.
exciting to be able to represent the team and showing off this new thing.
Mm.
So ESO's big game, right? Like, it's gotten really big. We've been, what is it, 7 years now? 8? I've lost track.
2014, yeah.
There are a ton of activities in the game, right? There's a ton of zones, quest content. There's PvE, PvP, Cyrodiil, battlegrounds, dungeons, trials, arenas. There's so many different activities to participate in.
And lots of
And-
item sets.
And
Yes.
and lots of item sets. But the thing is that there can be, because there's so many things to do, and because you tend to want your character to behave a certain way in each activity, there can be some friction when you want to switch your activity or even your
What?
role.
Wait.
within an activity, right? For example,
Wait.
I'm tanking in a dungeon. I want to be able to heal in a dungeon.
Mhm.
So currently the best way to sort of tackle this in an efficient way is to have
I
alt
got timed
characters,
out.
right? So I make another character.
9
Sometimes it's even the
minutes.
same class. I set up a certain way so that I can very quickly switch between. Additionally,
That's losing
if
my
you're just
mind.
How could you time me out right
Say
now?
the word.
So, additionally, even if you if you're just playing with a single character, you're just trying to like tweak your build, right? Like, I'm working on a dummy, I'm trying to improve it, I'm going to try to tweak some things, and even that can take time and cost, right? Like, you need to respec.
How
and
could you
those
time
types
me
of
out?
things, and that takes time and effort and like in-game
Guys,
currency,
represent.
right? So
You got good.
now PC
Represent for me.
players, I'm sure, I'm not even reading the chat, but I'm assuming that they're like, we have, we use add-ons for this. And yeah, there are add-ons for PC. They mitigate some of that friction, not all of it. And console players don't have access to add-ons at all. So we have gone ahead and created something that we call the Armory. So this is a base game feature. You'll actually notice I'm in a in-room right now.
We've been
So just to be
asking
clear,
for an
I'm in an in-room
Armory?
right now. Everyone has access to.
We wanted the Armory. No, this is okay.
And, you'll mess with this in your in-room. So the Armory is a system that allows you to manually save and load character builds, or loadouts if you want to call them.
Mhm.
So what is a build, right?
Yeah, what's
it's basically
included?
you can see stuff on
Is
the
it
screen.
just gonna be
here.
dressing
It's
room?
your skill bars,
Base
your
game?
champion points, your attributes, your gear, and even if you're
Yeah, he
cursed,
did say
it's
Count
your
White Achievements
curse,
wrong.
and it does your outfit. So how this works is we've created a new furnishing. It's called the Armory Station. This furnishing is free. You get it in the Crown Store, but it is free, and you place it in your home. So here I'm in the Pilgrim's Rest in the inn in Leowin, and I've placed my station here. And the first thing you have to do when you interact with this is all the builds will be blank when you start, and you set up your character. Right now I have kind of a tank character set up on this character right now, and when you go to your build, you'll see it's prompted. And also I decided to show the console UI here first this time, for all the console players out there.
It looks really nice. Yeah.
So you go here and you can save the build. You can see I'm prompted there, and once you save it, it is now shown on there. You can rename this. You can actually assign an icon to it and change the name of it as well. So you can see all the cool icons we made for
That's
this.
cool. I actually didn't know that part.
Yep.
Mhm.
So we can rename the builds and save the icons, and now this thing is just stored, right? And once you have a build saved, you can then load it, and you get to bypass all of the costs associated with that. No respec scroll, no shrine, nothing like that. No spending gold on the champion system. It just lets you bypass all of that.
And with one click.
Yes, with one click, you can
Beautiful.
do this.
Yes.
So I already mentioned this, that it will handle curses. For example, right now I am not a vampire or a werewolf. However, one of my builds here I actually called werewolf, and I gave it a cool little icon. If I decide to load that build,
You mad, Lucky?
Does it
Boom.
all.
It checks, yeah.
it does it
asks you
all,
first.
and you'll notice that I now have lycanthropy.
Yep.
So
Nice.
this allows you to bypass that as well, like the pain associated with switching out your curse. So you'll see I have a different set of gear here.
That's cool.
And
You can turn on and
handles
off
werewolf and vampire gracefully.
werewolf
There's
and
also
vampire?
a couple things that are not shown in the UI here that it also is saving. It actually will save your quick slots. So whatever you have set up in your quick slots will also be saved here by this.
Awesome.
And your skill point allocation. So you can see my bars up here, but also all of how you have spent your skill points will also be saved. So
Yep. So morphs, champion points,
Yep.
everything.
Yeah.
It is
yes.
ridiculously awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And
Hey,
you'll see
Rob.
like I have, yep. What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry. When you first went into this, did it
Does the
autosave
gear have to
what
be
was
on
on
you?
your
No.
character initially,
No.
or did you just set that up ahead of time?
I had set up some builds ahead of
It
time.
includes
When you
morphs,
first
yeah.
open up the armory, nothing will be saved. We actually have put some help in for this, because if you actually went and tried to load an empty build, it would just wipe out everything you're wearing, and you'd have to like redo everything. So there is a help note there's a note in the beginning. It's like, hey, the first thing you should do is probably save your current build before you start messing with
Yeah.
anything. So
Yeah.
yes. So
You assume it
So
does
it
have
does
to
do
be.
Now, there are some
champion. It does do champion points. I saw chat asking a lot,
Yes.
like, "What about CPs?" So yes, champion
Yep,
points. Yeah.
you can see the champion points on there. It's got this all of your CP stars and the slotted stars.
Mhm.
All of that stuff is handled by the system. And this is the thing we were thinking about even back when we were building the champion system, right? Like we've been building towards this.
Yeah.
So there are some limitations though. First off, you may have noticed that there are some items that are in red here.
I did notice that. What's that about?
In order for the system to equip the items for a build, those items must be in your inventory.
Okay, so there, that
Not
makes
in
sense.
your bank, not in your housing storage.
would've
needs to
been
be
cool,
in your
though.
inventory. And
Would've
the
been cool.
system will alert you if there is something that's not in your inventory, even before you load it. It'll show it with these red markers. In the case where you equip a build where you have missing things, it just will skip those particular items. But at least it will let you know that, hey, by the way, I didn't put these things on you. Additionally, your Mundus Stone effect is not saved by the system. So you'll still want to go and update that yourself after you switch your build out, if it's important to you to change your Mundus. The other thing here is that out of the gate, right now you can see that there's 4 build slots on here, and then there's an unlock option. Out of the gate, everyone will have 2 build slots that are just come with the system. If you want more slots than that, and these slots are per character, by the way. So if you want more slots than that, you can purchase additional slots on the Crown Store.
Oh, it doesn't change Mundus? Is that what he said?
There's a maximum of 10 per character that you can have.
That's a lot.
And finally, you'll notice again, I said out, some people are probably thinking to themselves, wait a minute, it's a furnishing, it's in my house. Yeah, you have to go to your house to switch your build. Unless you get the Armory Assistant. This is Grasharag. He is a grizzled orcish veteran of countless wars who's turned to training warriors in his old age. He is the Armory Assistant. So this guy provides all of the benefits of the Armory in the field. So, and not only that, but your allies, just like with the banker and the merchant assistants, your allies, when you pull this guy out, your allies can use him as well to manage their builds. Now, there are some limitations with this because there could be, we thought about this, there could definitely be some disruption of things if people could be just changing their gear anywhere. So
in certain situations.
Yes. So specifically, we do not allow you to interact with the Armory system or the Armory Assistant if you're in a PvP activity. So that includes Cyrodiil, that includes Imperial City, and Battlegrounds. If you are in a timed leaderboard activity, such as a trial or an arena, you will not be able to use the Armory Assistant inside the activity. If you're sitting right outside of the activity, yes, you can summon Grasharag, but not inside.
Is Armory Assistant then, like companions? It's finally, part of the expansion, or do you have to buy it?
There's a couple edge cases where we need to make
DLC?
sure that things didn't go wonky. If you're in the middle of doing the vampire or werewolf quests, like in those areas, the Armory Assistant is not available there either, because that can cause some unintended consequences. So, but that's it. That's the Armory system. This thing will be on PTS on Monday. You can start playing with it. And
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I really want to again thank the team, and not just on the Armory, but all this stuff. Like there are so many people who, like I mentioned, designers, artists, engineers, producers who are absolutely pounding away trying to deliver these things. All the updates you saw today for this update, and I just want to give a shout out to all of them. You guys are awesome.
My timeout's over.
I'm pretty proud of the work that they've done here. So.
You know, one thing I want to call out too, just to make sure it's clear. Hello. The Armory station that goes in your house, that is free.
That is free.
You do have to go to the Crown Store to obtain it, but it is going to be free on PTS and on Live. Yeah. So when it goes out,
it's kind of like
you don't have to.
It's kind of like what we did with Imperial City.
What's free?
The DLC. It's like that DLC is free for all players, but you have to claim it in the Crown Store.
Right. Yes.
Oh, the station?
So, just want to make that clear.
This is amazing, Rob. Y'all have been working on this for
free.
years, from what I recall,
NPC, you got to pay for.
That's awesome.
The idea has been floating around for years. Planning and stuff. Yeah.
Very cool.
Thanks, Jack.
You know what I'm going to do is
the slots
we still have
are not
another
free?
giveaway to do for,
you have to buy
for the rest
extra
of these
slots too.
We're good. So I want to make sure that we have time to get
how many slots
first,
do you start with?
I also don't want to lose
2 slots of
our last winner's name. So what should we do for a keyword? How about let's
Armory.
see.
Oh, I like that.
How about Armory is awesome? I like that.
All one word or?
All one word.
I just threw up, Gina, I also just threw up the PC UI in case you wanted to show that.
Yeah.
2 free, buy 8 per character. Are the slots account wide, or do you have to buy?
Really nice and clean.
Yep.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, we good.
Entries are going.
We good.
Armory is awesome.
If you want to try and win, we have an Alienware gaming keyboard, mouse, and an extra large mouse pad. Go ahead and type in Armory is awesome. So the way you spell Armory, because I see some European spellings coming in, extra U's is
OU. Yeah.
The proper way to spell.
ARMORY.
Armory.
There's no U in our Armory, at least.
Nice.
So
I like
actually,
the name.
you can see it on the screen.
Remember we were talking about adding an Armory, guys? I was like, they should have called the sticker book the Armory. They should have had a sticker book.
Sorry,
they had a system where you could dress your character.
Friends.
Boom.
Everybody except the US spells it correctly, right?
Good name for it, too. I like the name. It looks cool.
Rob,
I love
the
the station.
About the furnishing.
Love the station.
Is it something that you can get to
love
place
the
in
idea.
multiple houses,
Love the
or do you
station.
need to pick one?
The monetization of it. Oh man,
collectible.
It's kind of grimy, but you know, they gotta pay for the game somehow.
Putting it in multiple houses yet.
Yeah, the monetization.
That sounds player testable. Yeah.
The way it's monetized.
Yeah, it sounds player testable.
I like it.
Yeah.
I've just been playing in Pilgrim's Rest. It's so much fun playing around with the builds.
It is kind of nice, and it'll be so nice not to have to like go in and change all your little
grindy
stars and everything. The fact that just saves automatically is going to be a huge
spend like 30 minutes redoing everything.
I'm sure for like a lot of our content creators too, like that do all these build videos and guides and everything, just easy swap.
$30 to $40 if you buy it.
And again,
crowns.
this is,
oh yeah, you're right.
The Armory station is going to be free. You just have to obtain it in the Crown Store, and that's going to all platforms with update. God, I keep saying 23 for some reason. Update 32. How many times did I say that in this stream? Golly.
And in all the pre-meetings.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but God, now I'm just going to smack my mic here. So again, we are running a giveaway right now for some Alienware items. We have this giveaway is for the keyboard, the mouse, and the mouse pad.
The Armory is awesome. I agree. I think it's
we're going to draw a winner really soon. Really cool. The keyword is Armory is awesome, all one word. Everyone in chat is excited for the Armory, and they also want to win some Alienware stuff.
Yeah, between the Armory and the item set drop, the curated item set drop, that's two really exciting things.
It is, yeah.
Plus all the other cool stuff. You know, DLSS is in there. We've got, you know, Sky Shards on maps.
And they should give ESO Plus members extra slots.
Major
big quality of life update, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Jenny, you brought up a good point about the builds. I hadn't thought about that. People who do a lot of build videos and streams, now they can just prep all of that ahead of time and just go boop. Okay, we're going to look at this one now. And now we're going to look at this one now and do it more quickly.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be really nice.
That would be nice. That would be nice. That would be nice.
I feel happy for them.
I think the Armory is really cool.
Well,
I think
it's
cool, guys.
Didn't get your entry in,
I think it's cool.
Just locked it. So hopefully you did. Gonna go ahead and draw a winner. This is for the Alienware keyboard, mouse, and mouse pad. Winner is
Lucky Ghost.
Sorry, I couldn't tell if that was a
Lucky Ghost or Lucky
Zelina 666.
So close. So close.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you. We will message you probably on Monday and get your information. Zelina 666. Just won yourself some really cool Alienware stuff.
Satan confirmed.
So I think that's it, right?
I think so.
Yeah, PTS on Monday. We will be doing our usual North American character copy for the first couple weeks.
And the PC patch will be in. Yeah, the PC patch will be in the morning, and then PTS patch is usually up a little later in the day.
Yeah, they have some work to do, but don't forget with the both the PC and the console patch, PC Monday, console Wednesday, we are going to try those battleground changes. So for the time being, you can only queue for deathmatch modes. When we have some news on kind of what the next steps are with that, we'll definitely let everybody know. But we really hope that you all enjoyed this preview of everything coming to Update 32. We'll publish the patch notes. We'll try and do it as soon as we can on Monday. We know everyone's very excited to read all the changes going in. They want to dissect all the combat changes. And can I drop? Well, no, I'm not going to say it. Never mind.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. So, when Rob was talking through the combat preview, saw a lot of people asking about dark conversions. What's going on with that item set?
Oh, got it. Yeah.
We do have some adjustments coming to that item set, so we will.
There's a patch
outline-
note.
There are actually, I think, 4. 4 patch notes for that one. So
In the PTS notes?
in the PTS notes, not in the live notes.
In the
So,
PTS, yeah, not in the preview.
Yes. So we have seen everybody's feedback. We wanted to kind of let that item set simmer for a little bit, gather up some data, kind of see what's going on. So we do have some adjustments coming for that item set. I think that is it for today. So thank you to Rich and to Rob, and of course to Tom earlier for giving us a preview of the Deadlands DLC.
Thank you,
PTS
Tom.
Monday, we will be back October 1st for our big Gates of Oblivion year-end stream. So we'll be doing a, I'll just say we'll do a stream and a post show, like we did similar to last year. So
we are prepping for that now.
Yep, we hope to see everybody then. But otherwise, hope everybody has a fantastic weekend.
Yep, have a great weekend,
Yep.
and we hope you are as excited. Goodness, words. We hope you're as excited about all of this as we are.
For sure. We'll see everyone next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Alrighty. Okay. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. But I am interested to hear your guys' feedback on that. I know what my thoughts are. I'm interested to hear yours. I think the Armory system is pretty cool. I think it's really cool, actually. I think the Armory system.
Mad. I'm just disappointed.
We'll get there. I think it's a cool system. Right? I think it's a cool system. Armory system. Absolute dog. I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that far. Knew they would mess with dark conversion. Of course they are. It's OP. It's like beyond OP. It's broken. So we've got the what do we, well, let's summarize. Okay, what do we get? We got the new Deadlands zone. They showed us around, albeit okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna say it now, Zos, please. Enough with the 480 slideshow streams of your brand new beautiful zones. They deserve better than this. Pre-record some footage. Stream it directly from Gina at 1080p, please. Good God. 1080 60, like it deserves. You put so much work into the zones. Show it in high quality and just talk over it. Oh, okay. Now that that's off my chest, okay. The zone, there's so much work put into it, and we're watching it in a slideshow. It deserves better. They can do better. And I hope in the future they do. Because if you've never seen this game and you tuned in today and you saw the slideshow, a AAA title showing you their brand new slideshow, your first impression is like, man, that's what the new zone looks like? Like, you don't get it, right? And it looks, in reality, it's going to look 1,000 times better than that. All right, it's going to look 1,000 times better than that on your computer. And on, maybe even on his, I don't know. You couldn't agree more. Yeah, very amateur stream. Everything else about the stream was amazing. But man, they keep showing the new zone. They keep showing the new zone in like 480p slideshow. They gotta stop. They gotta stop. It deserves better. The game, the zone, you know, I'm sure it's beautiful. We couldn't tell because we were only seeing 6 pixels at a time. Okay, but that aside, I think the new zone looks cool. I think the new zone looks really cool. What we saw of it, I really like the Doom vibes that we're getting in the red columns. Like, there's so much going on there that looked cool. So I like that. I like that. Crit damage count better be at least 50%. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be. What else? What else we got? Next, they talked about they added the basically so you can track your item set collections. It's essentially like a nice little achievement like page for your item set collections. We had been using an add-on that very poorly did something like this, but it was really janky. It didn't work that great. It was okay. It was okay, the add-on. This looks clean. It looks gorgeous. I mean, it's so much better than what I had in my add-on. And yeah. Oh, the drop rate, RNG mitigation. Finally. You can run content and there is an end. There is an end to the tunnel.
Yes.
There is an end, right? You can see the end of the tunnel. Oh, the RNG. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Wrong slider. There is an end. Hold on, let me find this one. Where is it? Oh, primers. Okay. There's an end in sight now. Like if you go to farm a weapon, you can kind of rest assured, like you're not going to have happen what happened to me, where I've been farming the Maelstrom Inferno perfected staff for over a year and I don't have it, right? Which is really just an awful experience all around. They came up with a nice, cool way. We talked about this exact solution here on stream multiple times. Weighted RNG, give, you know, and this is going to feel real good in combination with that new, like, the tab that tracks all the stuff you're finding, right? All the stuff you're finding. You have all this stuff that you're finding. Lucky lobby drenched cave. So you have that tab where you're finding stuff, you're filling out your collection, which is satisfying. And now you have a system that helps you in that end. Those two things coming at the same time is going to feel really good. That's going to be nice, man. That's going to be nice. That collection summary. Oh, I think that's awesome. That is my favorite part for sure. They added the, I don't want to miss anything before I jump over to the Armory. Was there something else?
God Gamer.
There's the, hey, Anonymous, thanks for the 100, man. Thank you for the 100. So that was awesome. No account-wide achievements. You know, the struggle continues. We will keep trying, you know, and hopefully one day we have it. I guess that means at minimum, we've got another 3 months on the Mag Crow. Grinding away, leaving the other 17 characters to collect dust. You know, it is what it is, and my sanity will have to endure. Thank you, Gank Manifesto, for the 100 biddies, man. Thank you. Set a petition up. Yeah. Why are you wanting account-wide achievements? So I can play on all 18 characters and collect achievements and titles and things.
Hey, Lucky. I just did parsing and hit 47,500, but ways to go. Have
Nice.
to put serious training in, but I think I'm getting there.
You are
Keep
getting there, man.
crushing it, King Tongue.
Hey, congrats on the 47k parse, man. It's only up from here. Nice work. And thank you for the 100 biddies and the hype train, guys. Let's see. No. Account-wide achievements doesn't replace your character achievements tab. Your character achievements tab stays where it's at, so you can see exactly what it has and hasn't done. And right next to that, you slide in a new tab, right? Your account-wide achievements, where you get a running tally of everything you've ever done in the in-game on any character, right? Everybody's happy. You get your pie and you get to eat it too. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. But it's not a world we get to live in yet. That's okay. Instead of that, we got the Armory system, which looks really cool. It looks really cool. The Armory system looks cool. It's gonna be cool to be able to transition in and out of vamp form, to automatically. I would probably use those 2 slots for me personally is all my mag morphs and my stam morphs, because I switch between mag and stam crow a lot, which is something that my add-ons can't do for me right now, right? So I'll go up to it and I'll be like, dude, today I'm Stam Crow. And right now that takes a bit of effort. I got to go change my attributes. I got to go change my morphs. I got to, right? There's a lot of it, right? But now I'll be able to be like, oh, I'm Stam mode engaged, right? Or, you know, if I had a 3rd slot, and we'll get to the slots and the monetization next, because I do have a piece to say about that. But I really like this system. I think it's a cool idea with a cool implementation, and I love the way the bench looks. I think it looks really cool. As far as only getting 2 slots when there's 3 roles in the game, 3 would have made a lot more sense. Give us 3 slots so you could have a healer, a tank, and a DPS. I mean, 3 minimum. 3 minimum. It should have been 3, especially if you're going to charge for more than that. I just felt a little bit used. 3 would have been nice. Nice, especially. And then do you have to buy these slots per character, right? And what does that add up to? 3 would have been nice. 3 would have been better. I could have swallowed 3 a lot easier than I can swallow 2. 2 is just like, it's almost there. And what else? Oh, and then there's the assistant that you can bring with you. That's gonna be handy, and they're gonna charge for that. I was kind of hoping the assistant would be like the companions of Blackwood, where it's part of the DLC. You can go and do a quest to unlock them, and that would have been really cool. That would have been really, really cool. You pay for the DLC, you pay for ESO Plus, you've unlocked this cool feature. But you know, they went a little more aggressive with monetization. That's okay. That's okay. But three slots at least, 1 for each role. Would have been cool. Yeah, 5,000 crowns. I'm sure that's what it'll be. Standard assistant fee. It was a bit cringe that the extra armory slots are per character. It feels a little over monetized. It does feel a little bit over monetized for like a new quality of life that's being added to the game, but it's not really. It is, but it's you have to buy each piece of it piecemeal. It just, oh man, it really kind of put a damper on the parade. It did. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I love the game. I love the devs, but damn, man, it's the way that every piece of it is sold to you. You know, here's the Q4 updates, but you gotta pay for this piece and this one, and it's per character, so you gotta pay for it every time you get a new character. I just feel like it's just a little aggressive. It's just a little aggressive. All in all, though, really cool system. Love the Armory idea. I love the changes to RNG. I love it. And you bet the extra slots are account wide. That would be cool. That would help. That would help a lot. Yeah. Time for them to disable the dressing room add-on on PC to force people to their new system. Oh man. Okay. You know, I said I wouldn't ban you, Dragon Warrior, but don't. That is a line you better not cross, okay? Holy cow, man. 18 characters times 8, 50 to 260,000 crowns. Yeah. They stated extra slots are per character. You know, I don't want to get negative. Read between the lines of what I'm saying and what I'm not saying, how I feel about that. It's just so aggressive. I mean, why are the quality of life updates monetized like this? I'm already paying a subscription every single month, you know, like, oh yeah, dude. Oh, it's tough. Okay. All right, here you go, guys. We did not get account wide achievements. Summary. Okay, so as far as account wide achievements went, we had some believers per Grizzly, Olaki, Crunchy, Latan. Hey guys, thank you for believing.
I'm not mad.
Thank you for having faith.
Disappointed.
Thank you for having faith when no one else did. Non-believers got serotonin. What do you know, man? How are you so confident? Disgusting. Okay, Jace, JG. All right, Jedi, Alon, Cap. Oh, so many non-believers. Shun the non-believers. Shun them. Congrats on your points, though, guys. You deserve points since I believed. You get points in my heart, Crunchy. Okay.